Don't know if anybody can hear me, can they? Is anybody there? Hey everyone. Wow. It seems somebody didn't like that video. Somebody put a community guidelines strike on it. Doesn't affect the channel, but it obviously stops the video. So we'll see what happens with that. But it just shows you, doesn't it? It just shows you how they don't want the truth, the real truth out there. It just shows you, doesn't it? How it's all got to be kept quiet. How it's all got to be hidden away. Can't handle the metadata. Can't handle the real metadata. Hi Kimberly. Hi Mandy Hall. Hi JD. Hi Rainbow. Hi BZ Mama. I just think it's appalling. I know lots of other channels have got this information though anyway, so it's not just me. It'll be exposed, and rightfully so. Absolutely rightfully so. This shouldn't be happening. YouTube should not be allowing this. It's an absolute disgrace. It's an absolute disgrace that they're allowing this to go on. No idea, BZ Mama. Whoever wanted it, they didn't want it put out, did they? Somehow they've got it around as community guidelines. There was no privacy issues on there. This will only annoy people even more though. It's about the channels that would get information out. No sound. Oh, hang on. No sound. Still no sound? muffled sound. Can you hear me? Sounds a bit dodgy, isn't it? I'm on my phone, so that's just incredible though, isn't it? That is just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. It's so frustrating. So I know so many of you are just outraged at the moment. Absolutely outraged. There's a whole community outraged. You can only just imagine, can't you, how the family must feel. It's just absolutely insane. I'm okay now, don't mess with it. Is it still okay? So yeah, that's what happens. That's what happens when you get to the real truth, isn't it? People don't want to hear it. They don't want people to hear it. And that's what this channel's always been about, is getting to the truth of stuff and getting justice for people and looking out for victims. And look what people try to do to you when you try and do that. They try and silence you. Try and silence you. Yeah, you're right, Helen. Being reported for showing facts. YouTube seriously need to look at this channel. Seriously. Trying to get justice for a grieving family. Saying he's trying to get truth. It's just outrageous. Cashing in on a tragedy like that. I don't know, Amy. It just came through as a community guideline. I don't know. I'm gonna counterclaim that though. We didn't name any names. We didn't name the channel. So I don't quite understand. But YouTube, I don't understand their rules at all. Really don't understand their rules at all. Yeah, you're right, Tamara. Truth does hurt. It does. Hey, Firefly. Well, thank you for joining the channel. I'm glad you could make it as well. So we got a mid-live community guideline strike. So I don't think somebody likes his truth, do you? There seem to be many, many skeletons in the closet of a particular person who's so fascinated in finding out truth, yet his own truth he doesn't want to know. Hi Teresa S, thank you for joining. Doesn't want to know his own truth, does he? Interesting that, isn't it? People can look into my truth. I haven't got anything to hide. It's what happens when you get... This is what happens when you really get too close to someone's truth, isn't it? They try and shut you down. I mean, this is what they claim that we are trying to do all the time. Us page trolls, all trying to shut him up and close him down. No, actually, it's being done to us, isn't it? It's being done to us. It's been done before. It's been done a long time ago. We used to get copyright strike after copyright strike. Tracy couldn't even put her cartoons up. They wouldn't even allow that to go up. So we had to take that down. So we kept quiet for a long, long time. And we didn't want to get involved. Hi Mandy Hall, thank you for becoming a member. So we backed off and backed off. Thank you, Tamara Hayes, that's very kind, thank you. So yes, so we backed off and backed off for a long time. And we don't want to just do one thing all the time anyway, we just didn't want to. But we've just been so outraged recently, I know everyone has, and there's lots of other channels that are coming on board, there's lots of other people that are speaking up as well. And I think people have just had enough, it's just got to an absolute gross level of exploitation. It's just absolutely outrageous. I cannot believe this is going on. I cannot believe YouTube are allowing it to go on. So we had enough. We've had enough, which is why we've spoken up tonight. Sound's gone again. Maybe if I... Is that any better? Any better? Okay now. Better now. Okay. It's obviously a bit of a dodgy microphone. Let me turn this fan off. But yeah, there is a huge community now, right? We all know on YouTube it's not just this channel. There's a huge community and there's a lot of new channels coming up too. Thank you, JD, that's very kind of you. There's a lot of new channels that are now starting to speak up. More and more people are starting to speak up, and more people are starting to realise, and they can't continue to silence us all, right? But we've got to speak up. Nobody else, but lots of other bigger creators, they don't want to do it. They think what we think, but they don't want to, which is fair enough, because they don't want to, put their channels in jeopardy, I guess. But sometimes you've just got to speak up for what's right, haven't you? How long, how much longer can you just sit back and let a family just be dragged continually through the mud, and and somebody just sitting there smirking and raking in on money off of people's tragedies? How legal action? Haunted Holly, you say about legal action. I have absolutely no idea how that channel has not faced legal action yet. I really don't. I haven't seen anything like it ever on YouTube. It's just unbelievable. And the comments against the Rosette family now are just absolutely appalling. Absolutely appalling. They have created a platform to abuse the Rosettes. That is basically what they have done. How can that be right on any level? On any planet, how can that be right? No, you're right. A Welsh lady, I can't understand it. I don't understand it. I really don't. No, they were on a network who were involved as well, or have been involved. I don't understand. Whether it's because of a UK, US thing, maybe because he's over here and
obviously, you know, it's a US crime involving US citizens. I don't know whether that is a factor in it, in the difficulty in legal action. But my God, if he did that over here on a British case, he would be absolutely hounded into court, or he'd be hounded out of the country. One of the two. Just wouldn't get away with it. Would not get away with it. Yeah, it's been removed, Lisa Lux. We had a community strike mid live, but don't worry, this information is all out there. If you go and look at all the other channels, if you look around on Facebook, you'll find this information. He's not going to be able to hide from this. No doubt we have some kind of excuse. But, you know, if you've got a past like that, then you've got to man up to it, haven't you? Admit your mistakes, admit your past. If you're going to stand on a pedestal in the middle of such a sensitive, atrocious crime and try and say that you're some kind of demigod that's looking for justice and truth, and then you've got some kind of background like that, I mean, what the hell? What kind of victim would want to be anywhere near a person that's involved in that kind of stuff? That would be great, True Helper, if you could contact them. I'm sure they appreciate any help they can get. I know they do. I know they appreciate the community's help. No, I know Frankie's had enough, and I've seen his comments and stuff. I know he's absolutely had enough of it. I mean, there's even channels like what's her name? Used to be Mensa, wasn't it? She's back under a different name, blabbing her same old crap. Marlo, I don't know what Marlo's doing. I haven't actually I haven't been up to speed with what Mary's doing, but she just seemed to carry on, didn't she, when the Rusex asked her to stop. I just find it unbelievable that it carries on, and then you try and speak up, and then you get blocked, you get silenced. It's just unreal, isn't it? It's just unreal. It's so frustrating. So frustrating. Yeah, there's been some foul and disgusting comments. What, Holly? See, that's what I don't understand. How YouTube can just let comments like that up against the victims of a family who's been annihilated, and YouTube let comments like that stay up against them. It's unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, it's bordering on gross harassment. It's just unbelievable. Yeah, so it's not actually a copyright strike. It's just a community guidelines. So they probably put it down as something like, ironically, it's probably something like hate speech or something like that, or inciting hate. I guarantee you it will be something like that. It's just quite ironic, isn't it, really? Because their channel is nothing about hate at all, is it? There's no hate. No hate on their channel. It's a lovely, sweet channel. Yeah, even after reporting the comments, YouTube let them stand. They do. They do. That's what I don't understand. They don't even remove the comments. Don't even remove the comments. Hopefully you can still hear me. Right? I'm just rested my phone.
Mentor's still going, is she? Yeah, she's still blabbing her same. Unreal. Do need some kind of legal action. When he got shut up by the McCanns, you see, this particular creator tried doing it over here in the McCann case, and he got shut up over that. But they got massive lawyers in. They got real expensive lawyers in. One of the best ones in the country, apparently. And you can't speak a bad word against them now. You can't say anything about the McCanns. You'll just get sued straight away. That's how this should be, shouldn't it? That's how this should be. It's exactly how this should be. You say anything derogatory against any of the victims involved in this, then you should be hauled into court. It shouldn't be allowed. It's just outrageous. It's just outrageous. So yeah, I imagine you guys are probably feeling quite outraged too, right? It's just so wrong, isn't it? It's just so wrong. But there won't be any consequences from this. It's only a community guidelines strike. But we'll get the truth out there. Well, others will anyway. Others will. This information, I know other people have got this information. I've seen it. You know, all the channels in the community, they've got this information. Yeah, my genetic code. You have. Obviously, there's Martin, Helen, Armhead, Effective. There's lots. Us micro channels. It's funny, we don't matter that much, but don't want us talking, do they? Don't want us talking. Got to be silenced. Why is that then? Why are we having to be silenced? That's what I want people to think about. Anyone who's a sub or anything like that, why are they trying to silence us? Why? Yeah, it could be adult content they were wanting. Possibly. Yeah, that'd be funny, wouldn't it? If it was just because of the pictures I had up, it wasn't anything to do with anyone striking us. That'd be quite funny, wouldn't it? It wasn't anything. Wasn't anything pornographic, was it? Like, gosh, could be though. Could be something. Could be. But I doubt it. I've never had anything happen like that before, like that. Not mid-live. They would normally it would just finish and then it would have been taken down once it had gone through the review stage. I lost sound again. Up and down, isn't it? So whatever happened to free speech? Where's our free speech? Are we not allowed free speech then? Can't hear me. Don't know why the sound keeps going. It's very weird. I'm still right by the microphone. Yeah, we'll have to take out any kind of comments that are like any violent comments. Just so you guys know, and I can't have them in there. I know what you mean, but you can't have anything like that. So if anyone could just delete that comment. Yeah, free speech for some, not free speech for others, right? How does that work? I just can't believe we are still here nearly 2 years later and YouTube have done absolutely zilch. Absolutely zilch. How can that be right? They've even got it in their guidelines about victims of crime. Yet they don't enforce it. They just don't enforce it. I don't understand it. I really don't. People can just say what they want, make up the absolute ridiculous conspiracies and make up, invent, fabricate the truth to what they want it to be and put that out there, and doesn't matter. That can all go out there and they can incite hate against the family. That's fine. That can all stay up. That's all fine. But try and put a little bit of truth out there about people behind it, people that are doing this, the creators that are doing this, and then you get silenced. Don't understand that at all. I really don't understand that. It's absolute BS, isn't it? Sorry, the sound's in and out. I don't know why. I don't know why it's in and out so much. Nice to see you here, Helen. Hope you're doing okay. Seems that way, doesn't it, Firefly? As long as you're racking in the money off the garbage that they're putting out, they look the other way. I just can't wait till that whole channel is held accountable. It's held accountable for what they're doing and what they've done, the damage they've caused. They can't undo that now. They can't undo that now. You know, the damage that they've done, the things that they've said and allowed to be said to the Ruseks is done now, isn't it? And they haven't even once apologised. Haven't even once apologised. Yeah, tried to shut Lex up. That's very true. Did try to shut Lex up. See, they don't like it when their truth comes out, do they? That's the thing. They don't like it when their truth's brought out to bear. They don't like it when their life is dragged out across social media for people to salivate over and gossip over, and different story then, isn't it? But anyway, yeah, this will just be a community strike, so it's nothing really to worry about. But this information's out anyway. This will be out there. No, we shouldn't be silenced. Why should we be silenced? We're just trying to make people aware. Just trying to make people aware of stuff. That's all we're doing, isn't it? And you would hope that people listen. You'd hope people take this stuff in. No, this won't. This won't. This is nothing. This is just a little blip. This is nothing. The main thing is that this information is going out. People need to know this kind of stuff, right? You know, this is the sort of stuff that people need to know. If you're supporting somebody like that and you think he's all in good faith and everything like that, then maybe you need to know a little bit about that person's character. Yeah, and the comments, the fact that they can say whatever they want. It's just the fact that they leave up intentionally. I've even seen comments hearted by the creator that have attacked the Ruseks. I mean, why would you do that? What kind of person would do that? Knowing what they're going through, the grief that they've had to go through, and what's happened to them, why would you do that? That's sick. To me, that's barbaric. It's disgraceful. And just the comments that are left up as well. Just bizarre. Bizarre. Disheartening. Just plain wrong. Plain wrong. Well, this is a weird live. I never thought I'd be here with my phone doing a live. I'm trying to settle my phone down. But how's everyone doing? I hope everyone's okay. I hope everyone's coping okay in this pandemic time. I think this was before Amy. I think this was not long before though, a year or so, a couple of years before. But yeah, it's just well, it's a bit gross, isn't it? Really. It's certainly not someone who you'd want fighting justice for your family or anything like that, is it? Really? Yeah, I've seen there's certain sort of subscribers as well on that channel. I've seen absolutely horrendous comments left. You know, and it's always the same old thing. Oh well, yeah, we're just fighting for the truth. It's like because the truth isn't horrific enough, and because the truth doesn't suit what you think. So just because you think, oh no, that isn't what happened, then you have to just bulldoze and tread all over everyone else's feelings, that people that are actually involved in the actual crime. You just tread all over them and try and pursue some bullshit truth that you think happened, right? It's just wrong. But yeah, I think it was a few years before. So if you look around on Facebook and stuff, you'll probably find these images and that anyway. But yeah, I just don't get it. I don't get it, guys. I really don't get it. You think you're doing a good thing, don't you? You think you're fighting in a good fight, and yet you just feel like you're up against it all the time. And YouTube don't help. They don't help at all. Really don't understand. Yeah, you're right, JD. Any creator that lose that's asked to stop, they just turned against them. They did. I mean, we had the opportunity, to speak to the Watts. Probably most of you know, because we were under the impression that it was what the families wanted and what have you. When we realised it wasn't, it took me 5 seconds to take all that down and apologise to the Rusettes, which I did. I did it on my channel. I didn't put the live public because there's a personal conversation, really, but it took me 5 seconds to reverse my decision because I knew it wasn't right. I knew it was going to cause hurt. I didn't do it. And learned from it. I learned from my mistake. People that are grieving, people that have had an horrendous tragedy happen to them. It happened to me. It happened to any of us, did it? It's not our tragedy, is it? Got to understand these people are grieving, you know? They're going to be going through so many emotions. And who the hell am I to get in the way of that? Yet here you've got these people that are just totally disregarding all of that. You know, that's nothing to them. They don't care about that. They just want to get to the truth. That's all they want to do. And they just want to make lots of money while they're doing it. Absolutely appalling. It's absolutely appalling behaviour. Yeah, he's had false copyright strikes as well, hasn't he, Dorothy? Yeah. Put in false copyright strikes against Lex. I think Martin's had false copyright strikes. It's done tactically as well. It's done in threes, so that it takes your channel out of action for a while until it's sorted out. Because if you get three, it's sort of taken down. Obviously, once they realise they're false, where's the ramifications for putting in false copyright strikes? You should have them. You should suffer consequences for that. You can't just put in false copyright strikes on people, and especially Lex. You know, it obviously took her out of business, didn't it? She was, she's got a young family, and you know she earns a bit from YouTube to obviously help her get by. Took that away from her. Took that away from her. And that tells you a lot, doesn't it? I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care what people say about me. I really wouldn't. I wouldn't go around copyright striking people. I think I've only ever done it once, I think. Back in the days, the early days of when we were starting and stuff. You know, right now I wouldn't even bother. The only thing that bothered me was like a privacy strike or something like that. But if people don't agree with me or don't agree with my opinion or whatever, it wouldn't bother me. It really wouldn't bother me. Yeah, Lex and Armchair, Martin, yeah, they did. Got taken out. Because, of course, they're not allowed free speech, right? We're not allowed free speech. Because, you know, only certain people are allowed free speech. It's free speech, but only if you agree with what I'm saying. If you're not with me, get out. If you're not with me, just leave. Yeah. What a lovely way to treat your subscribers, isn't it? Just unreal. Yeah, very good comment, Ellen. If you have skeletons in your closet, you should not be behaving like this on YouTube. Absolutely right. If I had skeletons in my closet like that, I wouldn't be on YouTube. I certainly wouldn't insert myself into a huge case that's in the public eye like that. This is all going to come out. I'm going to be so glad when this all just comes out and people start to realise. Trouble is, I don't think people do they? It's just like they're brainwashed or something. Or they refuse to admit that they've been duped and hoodwinked, so they just get all defensive. There's a real psychology behind this, I reckon, behind the sort of people that subscribe to that kind of stuff. It's just they live off the gossip and they just love it. They just seem to love every little bit of gossip and conspiracy, and I just don't understand. I don't understand people like that. I really don't. I don't understand people like that. But they will not back down. They just get all defensive, stick on the caps lock, and just blab a load of baloney at you. And of course, you know what happens when, often, as we've seen, when this sort of creator gets called out on something, the violin comes out, doesn't it? And they pull the poor me card, the pity me card. Seen it so many times. Oh, poor me, you know. Have they ever stopped for a second and thought how the Rusex might feel? how they may be possibly a little bit depressed and a little bit down. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, you're right. They sadly will still support him, which is why YouTube needs to pull the plug. Somebody needs to pull the plug. Honestly, I'm embarrassed to be British. I really am. Yeah, playing the victim, Kimberly. Playing the victim. That's what people like to do, don't they? When they get called out. Exactly, Sandy Blue. Why should he be worried? Unless, of course, he knows very well it was wrong. Very wrong. Absolutely. There you go. Like I say, the metadata is coming back to bite him in the ass. Oh yeah, that's another one, Amber. Yeah, they tell the Rusex to stay off of YouTube. Yeah, don't go on YouTube. Why are you on YouTube? They've got bloody every right to go wherever they want to go. And try and put a stop to scumbags like the people that we know. Yeah, I don't get that, Helen. I don't get that. How people pay to be someone be rude to them, you know? If I subscribe to someone and they talk to me like that, I would unsubscribe in a second. But I'm not having this. But they just don't seem to. Well, I mean, we know we did talk about this a long time ago when we started up. A lot of them will become friends on there, and they won't want to sort of speak up because they're worried that they're going to get kicked out and lose their friend. You know, not being able to speak to their friends that they've met on there, which is really sad when they put that above other things. You know, but it's true. Unfortunately, it is true. Oh, I know, Lisa. Alan. Yeah, I've that really started to anger me when people have started to judge Landon and Al. It started up, isn't it? I was waiting for it to happen. I thought it's probably not going to happen because I think people have probably learnt that you shouldn't judge people on just the stuff you hear on social media. Bloody hell, anyone can write anything. But people have started to do that, and yeah, the creator that you're talking about has done that. They will just go for the scandal. They'll go for the kind of other end of the extreme, won't they? It's just that, yeah, it's disgusting. Completely, it is. How can you, how can you excuse a child murderer? There's no excuses for somebody murdering a child, and it really angers me when people try to make excuses for them. It's a bit like Chris Watts, isn't it? You know, stop trying to make excuses for him, saying that he was in a trance or saying that he was coerced into it, or he even didn't do it. It was other people. He did it. He is a very damaged, disturbed individual. He's a very dangerous man with severe psychological issues. The quicker his family accept that, the better for them. And the quicker everyone realises that, the better. I don't understand why people can't accept. It's happened a lot, right? There's been a lot of people, hasn't there? Men that have killed their families. Anthony Toad, wasn't it? Michael Wayne Jones. What's any different about them? There are sick men out there that do this. Chris Watts is no different. And to be perfectly honest with you, the whole case on social media has just turned into a complete farce now, isn't it? Because he's going to hear everything that's going on social media. No doubt people that visit him will tell him. And he's just going to go along with whatever he wants to go along with to make himself relevant, really. That's how I think it's going to go. And Cadle, in my opinion, made up a lot of stuff. All the stuff about the crystals and the dark stuff. It's all just a lot of nonsense, that is. And of course, he's going to go along with that kind of stuff. If it makes him look any less guilty, of course he's going to say, yeah, oh yeah, it might have been that. Yeah, it was a bit weird. Oh yeah, I didn't quite feel myself. I don't really remember what happened. He knows what happened. He knows exactly what happened. He knows exactly what happened. And because Cadle did such a bad job and made stuff up, no one really knows what's true now anyway, It's just become a sad farce, unfortunately. He'll probably come up with 3, 4, 5 other stories now over time. I don't know. It's just a sad state of affairs. It really is, isn't it? Right. Well, I'm gonna jump off. I'm gonna have to see what happened on that video. See if it was struck or what. I don't know. See what information it tells me, and I can let you guys know. It'll be interesting, won't it? Yeah. You've got to wait. You're wrong about 2 stories. Wait for facts. Yeah, I've got it, haven't you? Cat lady, you do have to. Sometimes it's quick and easy to jump on things and start to speculate, and it's so easy to do. But yeah, you do have to kind of wait. You've got to wait for proper facts and evidence. You can't always just jump on what people have said on social media. The T did make it quite easy for everyone though, didn't she? Because of the stuff that she started saying herself, it was clear that she was just the worst liar in the world, basically. And it was clear that she was pretty guilty from the get-go. I did play devil's advocate a little bit with her interview, and I did think maybe she has got some truth in this. It turned out, of course, it was just a lot of rubbish. Yeah, who said that? They treat Chris like a rock star. That's quite true. That is. I think people forget what that man did. He killed his wife and he stuffed his 2 babies in oil tanks. I mean, seriously, guys, people have got to remember that. He's not. He's a dangerous, damaged individual who has caused immense pain to a lot of people that people will never get over. So yeah, it does annoy me when people. Oh, I don't know. Case was closed November 2018. Don't know if you remember, but back in the day when we had the Rusex on our chat and stuff, I mean, that was a long, long time ago. They were saying then, case closed. Case closed. Their words. Hey, True Crime, Colorado. Or Vanessa, I was supposed to say. Would be easy, wouldn't it? Thanks for popping in. Yeah, we did a live, but we got a community strike mid-live, so I don't quite know what happened. I'm going to look into it. But yeah, it was interesting. Never had that before. But yeah, we're certainly not going to stop doing the right thing. That's all I can say. That's all we try and do, guys, isn't it? It's just do the right thing. It's not just about standing up for the Rusettes, it's about standing up for all victims, isn't it? You know, something needs to be put in place. YouTube needs to do something about this. It shouldn't get to this situation. It really shouldn't. It should have been stopped a long, long time ago. YouTube should not allow a platform that can just sit there and victims be abused with disgusting comments. It's just not right. It's just not right. You know, it's one thing looking into stuff, seeking truth, or having theories and speculation, but to allow a family to be abused, a family that are actually involved in the case, is just beyond. It should never happen. It should never happen. I don't understand how it's allowed. No, absolutely right, JD. I do not understand how it. I mean, can you imagine if that was, your family, right? And you had to read comments like that, and YouTube did nothing about it. I mean, it just can't even think. It doesn't bear thinking about, does it? It really doesn't. But there you go. They can keep trying to silence us, but they're growing in numbers. We're growing in numbers. You know, it's there's a lot of other people now that are waking up to the situation. It's not. This is not personal. This is not personal against a particular, that person. It's the whole bigger picture. Unfortunately, this creator just epitomizes everything that shouldn't be allowed on YouTube. So I don't understand why they don't listen. But yeah, I'll look into the video, see what happened with it. It would be funny if it turned out to just because of the content, but I doubt it. I think it's been struck. Somebody struck that midstream. I don't know how. I have had it. I have seen it happen to another creator. I've had a live took down midstream, but it's the first time I've ever had that. But it is only a community guideline. It's not a copyright or anything like that, so it won't affect the channel. The video will just be removed, basically. But as I say, a lot of the information in there is out there anyway. I know a lot of other creators have got it. I know there's people in here that have got it. So, but I think people deserve to know, Like I say, if someone's going to stand on a moral pedestal and put themselves out there on YouTube in such a, thank you, Firefly, on such a huge sensitive case, then they better be wary that people are going to start looking into them and looking at the kind of person that they are, the kind of past they've got. Is this person trustworthy? Have they got integrity? Do you know what I mean? It's and if you've got skeletons in your closet and they come back and bite you, then that's your fault for putting yourself out on YouTube like that. And I'm sure the families would be interested to know that information. And the people that support this person more than anything. And it's free speech, right? We've got free speech just as much as anybody else. I know, Louise, it is so frustrating, isn't it? It is so frustrating. I can't even begin to tell you how frustrating it is. I don't know if a certain IT guy has had anything to do with this. Thank you, Kimberly. Thank you. I don't know if a certain IT person, I'm talking about, has had anything to do with this. But if they have, that's abusing. That is abusing their position, abusing the system. Okay, Kimberly, thanks for looking after everyone. Good night, Kimberly. Yeah, right. Okay, I'm probably gonna jump off. I moved the live a bit later tonight because I forgot it was the clap for carers. We have the clap for carers over here. I don't know if you have it. Do you have it in America or anywhere else? In the UK, at 8 o'clock every Thursday now we have clap for carers, where everyone comes out of the house and claps for the NHS staff, our National Health Service. So that's why I moved it. I moved it back a little bit. I know, Candy. It is so frustrating, isn't it? It is so frustrating. There is a rule in their rule set for victims of crime. Somewhere it's in there. I've seen it, but they don't seem to do anything about it. They don't enforce it or anything. So there you go. Right. Okay. Well, thanks everyone. Sorry for the drama tonight. I'm not really one for drama, but I am one for putting facts out there. So if that causes drama, then so be it. But it's always for a better cause. I don't just do it for the drama. So sorry, yeah, so I've ended up on my phone. I know the sound was a bit choppy in and out and what have you. So, but yeah, thanks everyone for coming in. Thank you to Firefly, and I know you were rushing back from work, so thank you. And thank you to True Helper for looking after you guys. We've got a great team here, and we've got a fantastic bunch of subs, you guys as well. You're absolutely awesome. So it's great to know that you're in the good fight with us and you've got our backs. So yeah, thanks for popping in, and I hope you all have a good night. As I say, I don't know if I mentioned, but we do have, if you want to become a member, we do have a join button now on the home page. We're going to put some funny emojis and stuff in there. It's going to be one of the perks. We're going to have some fun ones. We'll have like red car and bush and all sorts of funny stuff. So if you want to do that, then please have a look. You can just have a look. You don't have to join. You can have a look. But yeah, it's a bit of fun. We can just all have, and you get a badge come up against your name. So, but yeah, thanks everyone for coming in. Hope you enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, wherever it is. Stay safe. Keep to your social distancing, and try not to go stir crazy. And I'm sure we'll speak to you all again soon. Oh, hi Hippo, you've just come in right at the end. I hate it when people do that. I feel really bad. Yeah, it's been an interesting night, Hippo. But I'm sure you'll find out about it. But thanks everyone. I've just got to try and know how to stop it now on my phone. But yeah, take care, and we will speak to you all again soon, I'm sure. It's nice to see you all here. Thank you.